17 with Adamski, the chart-topping single from the #1 album. Now 17. Step on it.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Monday night, it's 9:30ish, and tonight our live stream is loaded with great songs. So whether you're from Kettering Town or Kingston Town, Springfield to Strawberry Fields, forever I am grateful for you coming to watch. So don't be blue, especially you, Savannah. Step on into the side chat and say hello, and just be good to me, as well as everyone else, and hopefully we can make a better world. And even if you have different musical opinions, remember, opposites attract. I just hope I haven't bored you with all this, because I don't want to lose you. What I wish for is for thumbs up. Actually, I wish you would rain down some thumbs up on this. But before we start, let's just enjoy the silence. And that's enough of that. It's now time for... That's what I call a live stream!
No. That's what I call a live stream. No. That's what I call a live stream. Hello.
I was going to go and make a cup of tea then.
No, wait, I was just getting every song title in what was on
You
tonight.
don't say. That was good. It was good.
You get what I mean, where it started sounding like a party political broadcast where I wanted to make a better world. Rishi Sunak,
Yes.
I'm coming for you.
You can't make it any worse, can you?
Well, yeah, it couldn't get any worse.
But yes, welcome along, everyone. As you see, I'm joined by the two lovely ladies of Lainey and Sharon.
Hi, guys.
So welcome along. I will welcome all the chat as well. Nia, festin as always. Hello and welcome. Makamula, don't worry about missing last week. You've come for a good one this week. Great tunes, that's all I'm saying. Hello, Chris Tyler. You'll be happy because Tina's here. Also, Susan. Yes, we're finally in the 90s. Welcome along. Peter here. Evening. Good evening. And I think that might be everyone. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone so far. So welcome along.
Did you say Michelle?
Sorry?
Did you say Michelle Lathan?
Oh, no. Have I missed Michelle?
Yes,
oh, sorry,
Yes,
Michelle.
you did.
Sorry, I missed you. So sorry. Welcome along, Michelle. Thank you, Lainey. Thanks for letting me know who I've missed. So, yes, now 17. Your initial thoughts, ladies?
Good, really good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Some slightly not so okay.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the last one, which was you just could have binned the whole lot.
Yeah, well,
Only
that's
half a
why
bin.
I still blame that for taking a year's hiatus. It is still the problem. Hello, RS Harris 31. Do you know the name? Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. Sorry. I will remember it now, Rebecca. Sorry about that. But hello. But yes. So now 17. Let's add this to the stream and get the slideshow started. So now 31. Not now 31 at all. Not now 31.
It feels like that's where we should be.
Oh, we should be much further. I think we should be now 43, never mind 30, 31. Hiya, Peter, Monkey Thrifter. Oh, no worries, Peter. No worries. But yes, now 17 was released on the 23rd of April, 1990. So I was only 7. No, I wasn't. I was 9. I'm all over the place.
I was 19.
19.
Yeah.
So, Lainey?
What? How old was I in what year? What did you say?
1990.
I was 15.
You were 15. Right. So, while my sister would have been 16, 17 around this time in starting college, so a lot of these songs I heard through the adjacent walls.
That seems to be your musical taste defined, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Through a wall.
As Susan says, now 31 is coming in 2030-ish. You're being optimistic there, mine, Susan. Makamula said, I'd been married 2 years by then. Ooh. Are you still married now? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But yes, now 17 starts with a cracker.
Yeah.
We all agree then. We all agree. Blue Savannah by Erasure. And like I say, it just reminds us of coming through the bedroom wall. My sister had Erasure album. She loved Erasure. And just, well, it wasn't even a brick wall. It was like, what you call them? Plasterboard wall. So this is when you would hear it all the time. Because I think initially thought it was off this album, because I can always remember this album. Because I remember seeing it in my sister's room and thinking it was like a choir album because of the cover.
Yeah.
But obviously not. But it wasn't. It was off this album, which I don't know if she had. She probably did, but I'm unsure. So your thoughts, ladies?
Do you want to go first, Sharon?
Yeah, go on. Again, for me, probably my favourite Erasure song. It's definitely up there. Definitely on my playlist. I definitely listen to it all the time.
Yeah, well, I agree with you there, because I say it's probably like their signature tune for me. It is the one which it's every band has like a song what stands out for me, and this is theirs.
No, I don't agree. I do really like the song, don't get me wrong, but I don't agree that it's like well, it's not one of my favorites of theirs. I really do like it, like I said. The video though is absolutely nuts. The whole blue hand thing that's just floating about.
Yeah, it's not a very elegant hand either.
I mean, and what made me laugh with Sharon is she said, if it had been a woman's hand, it made sense. And I'm like, how does it make sense?
I just meant like it's an elegant. It's just like it was just a normal everyday hand. It was just a hand. There was like nothing elegant about it, or it was just a blue hand.
Yeah, the video is absolutely nuts. It had no, I mean, apart from the blue bit.
Yeah, certainly wasn't in the Savannah.
No clue. And Vince Clarke, you can tell that he has no part in that side of it. Like I feel he just gets involved because he has to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it's the whole. His face doesn't change. They were painting him and everything.
Yeah.
He just
deadpan.
Yeah, totally deadpan. How does that? I don't know. And in his head, I just feel like he's going, "Oh my God, this is like."
Yeah, just get me out. You just saved me.
Andy Bell's idea, or whoever's idea it was that Andy seemed to love, because he made it look like he was enjoying it, essentially. But it's completely nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you say it about Vince Clarke, do you think he just stands there and like he's playing the keyboard or something and just thinks, think of the money, think of the paychecks, think of the money, think of the paychecks?
That must be it, exactly.
Yeah.
But Susan's saying I was at uni listening to most of these tunes, procrastinate uni work. Well, I still procrastinate listening to songs now. I was 7, probably wouldn't know many of these songs, or you will know them, because some of these songs I would say anthems.
A classic. It's a classic.
It's a classic. Sorry, stealing Susan's line.
I loved the Erasure back in the day. Don't listen to them much now. Good memories of this one, but that was about it. Peter was saying, I'm sure I had Now 17 on cassette. Remember playing it in the car. Yep. That Makamula's just reiterated what you said. Vince Clarke just stood there the whole time unmoved.
Yeah, totally unmoved. Like he wasn't even there.
Even when he had some gold bushes like put on him.
Yeah,
I'm sure that was a box of Christmas decorations they found in the back of the warehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
Would have to look it up to confirm, but I think I started a new job. Oh, there you go. This Macamulla saying won an Ivan Novello Award. Well, we all know how good Ivan Novello Award is, and it kind of topped Nick Berry.
Everybody gets one apparently.
Yeah,
like it.
So this song got to number 3 in the UK charts. It got to number 1 in Israel, but it was the 42nd best-selling song in the UK. No, Ivan Novello isn't discredited. It gives it more emphasis, like it gives it more prestige as a award. Every loser wins. What? Nia thinks it's nothing special. What? But this song is very similar and was said inspired the song. Oh, how do you say it? Inscribo el cielo, which was a Mexican song. Oh, do you know what I've bloody hell?
I've done the sound bit.
I haven't done the sound bit.
The sound bit.
Oh,
it's so annoying now that you have to do that.
Right. Oh,
isn't it?
I've got to stop screen and then you've got to do it again, haven't you? Share screen.
Yeah,
click that. Do that. Do that. Well, I did say it on Nick's live last night, Nick and Andrea's live, that there will be technical difficulties.
It's like standard practice, isn't it?
Yeah. If you want technical difficulties, you come over here. Make that bigger, and hopefully it should play this time.
Oh yeah, it's the same song.
Yeah.
It is just it inspired.
Yeah, totally inspired by.
For that.
Yeah, it's just the same song.
Is it loosely based on?
Yeah, like now that's what I call a live stream is loosely based on 2 Unlimited, No Limits.
Is that how you're going to get away with it? Like
that's if I ever get taken to court, it's loosely based on 2.
Like air quotes, and then
they're going to show you're going to show this and say, look, see, they just loosely based it, and they never got sorted like can't offer it. Get it?
But yeah, the music video for Blue Savannah, which everyone says weird, has had over 15 million views on YouTube. But when I looked in the comments, I got this on the later one as well. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but most of my comments I'm looking at under YouTube videos are in Spanish.
Yeah, we noticed that last night, didn't we? When we were looking at the comments.
They really seem to have a strong Spanish connection for whatever reason. So
yeah. So I was just like, is it they've just got a massive strong fan base, or am I just getting weird Spanish? I don't know. Susan doesn't think it's Erasure's best song. Oh, so there you go. But we found out last week that Nia is the new Susan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she hated, I think, every song. But yes, the music video, as we've said, starts off with a blue hand with the camera strapped to the wrist, flying into an industrial estate and then a warehouse.
Yeah.
I have sped this enough, by the way. But what
look at the gas canisters. What are they doing?
I'm surprised someone hasn't done that where it flies in, then at the end it just slaps them.
Yeah.
It's like the Blue Tango advert.
Yeah.
Kind
Blue Raspberry Tango.
There you go.
But yes,
it's a bit of an odd video for sure.
Yeah, and the music video starts off where it's like a white background, and then gradually everything starts turning blue and gets covered.
There's the Christmas decorations.
It gets
Vince's face is just not impressed.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's just hating his life, isn't he? He's just like, I'm hoping this is a million
and
seller.
just like loving it.
Yeah, but yes, for me, potentially up there with the best songs on here.
I really like it.
And then we get the Rebel MC Better World. And, it's a blue Smurf. It's a big Smurf, sorry. Yeah, they could have just, if they had white hats on, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. What Susan says there's a lot of Portuguese comments as well, and we learned that Linda means beautiful in Portuguese because loads of times there was people going Linda, 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 and we were like thinking of the song looking for Linda.
Linda, yes, like they found her.
And so then Susan Google translated what Linda means, and in Portuguese it means beautiful. So we found that.
All right. Well, when you're seeing that, have you ever seen there was a clip before where there was a little kid and he was going, but Linda, 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 listen, listen.
Yeah,
listen. Yeah. So I wonder if his mum wasn't actually, because I just thought he was calling his mum Linda after, but he must have been going, beautiful, 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 listen, listen, listen.
Yeah.
But it just sounded like he was shouting at his mum.
Apparently it means the same thing in Spanish as well.
Oh, there you go.
But Google translated it as Portuguese.
Nice. Well, I noticed there was a load of like Spanish, Portuguese, Latin-based comments. You know what I mean? So, but yes, I never checked out the comments on these because I thought, I'm sick of looking at Spanish ones, trying to find English ones. So I never done it until I got further on, and it was another day when I was looking, and I thought I'll try again, and then I got a load of it, and I was like, what the hell is happening with the YouTube comments? So I don't know if there's a glitch or just the pushing comments big in Spain. But we moved on to Better Worlds by Rebel MC. I hadn't heard of this song before looking at this now 17. I don't know if you guys can remember it from back in the day.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
But I remember the one in last week's much better than this one.
Yeah, Street Tough. Yeah, that's
Street Tough was at least decent. This?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, same. Yeah, no.
The best bit of this was the
ended.
Yeah. Other than that, the Margaret Thatcher dancing.
Yeah.
Song, that was the best bit of this. Like, other than that, no.
Wally, he said.
It's an okay song. It does have a similar sound and feeling to Street Tough.
Yeah.
But like Mark Muller said, it's a poor follow-up to Street Tough. Terrible contender. Terrible, Susan says, contender for worst track. Yeah. I'll agree with you there. Especially there's a little bit rapping in there. And it's up there with some of my lyrical genius in some of the jingles we do.
Yeah, you have lyrical genius.
Axe the poll tax, really.
And I just think, Eminem, are you? Yeah, that was really bad.
No, not good.
Rapping, yeah. It got to number 20 in the UK charts. It got to number 4 in New Zealand and was the 21st best-selling track over there. Wow. The girl has got a half-decent voice, I agree with you, Mike and Muller.
She didn't even do much in it, wasn't it? It was just more like... noises. It wasn't really singing, essentially.
Yeah, but it is a bit of a protest song when you look into it because they've got all like screen like unity, peace, love, and then there is the axe the poll tax banner in the background, and throughout the video.
Sorry.
Because I'm just gonna. This would have probably been when the poll tax riots was 1990, wasn't it? Was it 90 or 91?
Yeah,
so it would have been around this time when there was a big like sort of mood against like the poll tax. But yeah, throughout there's quite a lot of like your dancing Maggies.
Yeah.
And then there's Gorbachev and like signs of the Berlin Wall. I'm positive, but I never got it. Was George Bush, the older one, was on there as well, saying like not saying anything, just dancing around like Maggie as well.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, are there men or women in the dancing Maggie?
They're definitely women.
I think so.
Yeah, right. Okie dokie. Susan said there's so many weak tracks this week. I don't agree. Yes. The girl singer is good. Oh, I've read them. Sorry. Wait while I reset the Atari. Yeah, that's what the graphics are like. It's like the 90s artwork graphics, isn't it, with Unity on. But yes, let's move along to another fantastic track. Paula Abdul, Opposites Attract.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, again, it's not offensive. It's an all right track. It was of its time.
I loved this song back in the day, and I still love the sound, but the videos, it's a bit creepy. Like when you look at it now as an adult, like the sort of cartoon bestiality.
Yeah.
It's a bit weirder when you look at it in an older eyes, but I do really love the track. I liked Paula Abdul. She had some good moves, didn't she, back in the day? Like,
yep.
Yeah, and
yeah, I had a massive crush on her.
Did you?
Oh yes, I got posters out to look in. I actually learned the lyrics to this because every week I used to get looking at it.
The lyrics.
And they used to have lyrics of one song, and I can remember learning the lyrics to this song, learning the lyrics to Vanilla Ice, and then there was Turtle Power, and there were so many terrible songs, this excluded, that I learned the lyrics to from this magazine.
Because it won awards as well, didn't it? The video.
Yeah.
Did look it up for us last night.
It won, I think it was a Grammy. Yeah, the music video. Because it is quite a music video with it having the cartoons and everything in.
Yeah, it was the start of that happened a lot, didn't it? When I know there was a lot of films out at the same time that did the same thing, like
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then Space Jam came out later, I think, as well, and where they sort of mixed the two.
Right, 2 seconds. All right, are you going to say good night to everyone?
Night.
Night.
Speaking of the.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, good night. See you later, Don. Right. But yeah, like you say, there's a load of tracks, movies come out like that. I've just realised I was getting Michelle and Susan mixed up. I need my eyes testing. It was cute at the time, Michelle saying, Paul Abdul, not my cup of tea, wouldn't switch it off if it came on.
Yeah, if it came on, on the radio in the car, you'd sing along to it.
Yeah, but yeah, like you say, the special effects was brilliant. Reached number 2 in the UK, 25th best-selling song. It was number 1 in America, where it was a 14th best-selling song, and it's the 351st best-selling song of all time.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And it was Paula Abdul's 4th single, which got to number 1 in the US, and she's one of only 4 artists at the time to do that, following on from Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and then there was George Michael as well, who I'm really surprised at. I didn't realise George Michael's first 4 went straight to number 1. But then, also since then, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey, Usher, and Katy Perry have all done the same feat.
Yeah.
It got to number 1 in Canada as well, and it was the 30th bestseller of the whole 90s over there. And in Australia, it was the 6th bestseller of the year as well. But like we say, the song wasn't just Paula Abdul. It was also MC Scat Cat.
Yeah.
Now, he did end up going to release his own album on the back of this.
I thought you said he was going to rehab.
Yeah. If you are looking up Scat Cat, make sure be careful what you click on, because scat is not a term you want to get mixed up and muddled up. Quick word of warning to people, public announcement there. But MC Scat Cat did release a song called Scat Strut. It only reached number 64 in the UK, and that was his only release. But that was from a pair called The Wild Pair. So it was a duo called The Wild Pair who obviously done the rapping and the singing for MC Scat Cat. And as we're saying, the music video does see a lot of dancing with them.
Mm.
But a lot of it, I think, it's a bit of a nod to Mary Poppins, because Mary Poppins had like cartoons and live action, didn't it?
Yeah.
And with them dancing on the rooftops, I thought, is that them just going, Mary Poppins, like, you know what I mean?
I don't think they were aiming for the Mary Poppins side of it, though. Like, you know what I mean? I think.
Yeah.
I think they thought themselves a lot cooler than Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I would go for that. Definitely a lot cooler.
But one of my favourite bits is right at the start, where it like insinuates, he's down and dirty, he farts. I don't know if you've seen that. Never noticed it, because his tail sort of flicks up at the same time. It's like, okay, didn't notice that. And as well, it shows you how much times have changed, because you've got a cartoon character who's smoking in this as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then he looks...
That bit was a bit...
Maybe, yeah. It looks like... Yeah, the way it's paused there, it's like, okay, he's getting investigated now.
Yeah. Has he got Bobby Brown's triangular headpiece on?
I think he could have.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I think he's got like the 90s like wedge type haircut.
Yeah.
But yes, good track, which I don't think a lot of people agree with in the side chat. But moving on.
I really do like the track. I think the video hasn't aged well, and especially never looked at it the way I did until I got older, if you know what I mean. Like, I think they could have just kept it as dancing. You know what I mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. But you always look at stuff a bit differently when you get it. Thinking, okay.
Similar to the thoughts on this song as well.
Oh, right. Well, all I've got to say is Tank Fly, Boss Walk, Jam Nitty Gritty.
Oh,
you're listening to the boy from the Big Red City.
That is the best bit, to be fair.
Yeah, this is damn hard.
This is damn.
And it's just, like, this is up there. It's possibly my favourite song of the night.
Mm.
Yeah, I might be with you on that one.
Right.
This is why I'm torn.
This is why she's torn, yeah. I really like this song. Obviously, I didn't realise that Fatboy Slim, or whatever his name was, Norman Cook.
You got it right, lady. You said it right.
I did. Last night I called him Fat Man.
Bob.
Yeah, something was weird. But Norman Cook, I didn't realise it was him until I spotted him in the background, and I went, "Is that Norman Cook? Or Fatboy Man Slim, or whatever I said?" And then I paused it and went back, and I think Susan went and had a Google, and it is actually him, which is cool, because I actually spotted it prior. But yeah, really love the song. I love the beat in it. My favourite bit is the rap part, the nitty gritty bit. And obviously, now that we're older, I think reading between the lines of what it was about.
Yeah.
You didn't think about it at the time, but it was like she was just wanting to please this guy, no matter how many other girls he had, no matter as long as he stayed with her, as long as she loved him, like she was keeping him. You know what I mean? Even though he was clearly having many affairs and things like that.
And Susan agrees. Absolutely loved this back in the day, but now I think, girl, kick that guy to the curb.
Yeah. He's a loser.
Yeah, well, I hadn't really thought about it, obviously, up until we sort of had to do this yesterday, and then Susan mentioned that, and then I thought to myself, yeah, it wasn't a really good message for girls back in the day, really, when you think about it. But I didn't think about it then, because I was 15, so...
Yeah. What?
I probably thought at 15, I probably thought that was really good. She loved him no matter what he did. You know what I mean? And, which is stupid when you think about it, but that is, yeah, wasn't a good message, but a great song.
Yeah, great song. Definitely up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle has never heard this version, but I grew up with the original song, so kind of hate it. Oh no, it's brilliant. I can remember being out and there was a I don't know if it's still there now, but there was a nightclub in Newcastle. It was probably like the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and this song come out of nowhere. Hadn't heard it in years, and it come on, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, like it's brilliant! This track I haven't heard in ages." Are you going to give us a kiss goodnight as well? I've got the older one now. Susan said about Mini Nem before. That was Micro Nem who come in before. This is Mini Nem now. Not so mini though, because she's
not so mini.
Night.
Oh, hello and good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Sleep well.
She gets so embarrassed now.
She's heading for teenage, isn't she? So.
Oh yeah.
You're not cool now, Neil.
No, wait. How old are you now? 11.
Fancy asking her how old
she
is.
She's saying I could say any age, and I would say that's correct. No.
Yeah, my brother would do that.
Yeah, she's 11, so
yeah,
she's in so.
Oh yeah, good luck with all that fun stuff.
Yeah. She's 11. She's like a teenager already, so heaven help when she is a teenager and 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Be locked in that room. It's all right. I'll have a think so.
Climbing down.
Yeah, but my wife's just come. She's nearly 12. I know that, but she's still 11.
I remember trying to get away with that, when your parents were like, "You're 11," and you would get like, "I'm 12 in 2 weeks."
Yeah.
They'll say you're 11 when it's something they don't want you to do, but then when it's something they want you to do, you're growing up. You're 12. I'm not. I'm 11. You know what I mean? It's like you flip it over. So funny.
Wait, everyone's saying in the chat, is the missus next? Wait, Mike really said that. Okay, come here a second. I'll just adjust this and wait for her coming out.
She's gonna kill you.
It's all right, Kay. I haven't got it on you.
Put your clothes on.
I think she's hiding around the corner and then to come out now.
Bless her.
But yeah, this song, and the thing is, it's a tune. This, like you were saying before, it's good to dance to. It's a very easy song to dance to as well, because all you've got to do you know when a kid needs a turn, they're like, oh,
yeah.
And all you've got to do is slow that down to the beat, and there you go. That's your dance move.
Being all cool and stuff.
Yeah.
You just pretend you need the toilet, and you just do it all rather than and that's the easiest way to dance to this song.
And you turn your mic off when you go to the toilet.
Dance lesson 101.
Yeah, there you go. It got to number 1 in the UK and Israel, and it was the 7th best-selling song of 1990 in the UK. It was rewritten or arranged by Norman Cooke, like Lainey was saying.
Yeah.
Who you've seen on here before in the House Martins, and we'll see again, possibly with Freak Power next, I think. Oh yes. But it is an interpretation of the SOS band's Just Be Good to Me, because this isn't technically it's Dubs Be Good to Me. And it's got the sample of Once Upon a Time in the West, which I listened back to that and I was trying to match up the sample and I couldn't really get that. I don't know where it is or what part of the music it is, but I couldn't get that. Jam Hot by Johnny Jarrell, which obviously is the Tank Fly War Spot Jam Nitty Gritty rap. And also the Guns of Brixton by The Clash. It's what the bass line is.
Okay.
I was like, that's like The Clash, like a punk band.
Yeah.
And they're getting this tune. And when you listen back to it, it is like a funky beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, and it is the band's biggest hit because I probably couldn't tell you another Beats International tune.
No.
I think I don't know if they were one-hit wonders or whatever, but it has been covered a few times, including MK1 on X Factor. The Ting Ting done it on the Live Lounge on Radio 1, and Professor Green and Lily Allen done a terrible cover. Just Be Good to Green. I don't know if you can remember that.
Really? I think I remember that.
And I forget, I'd wiped that completely from my mind, but when I was looking at this, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I remember that. And I was like, oh, that is terrible. But the music video is just basically the band. It just cuts between the band dancing around in black and white and the guy who does the rapping part in like a DJ studio, like a radio studio.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need a good video because the song
it's a banging tune. It is a banging tune.
So we move from a great song to well, I can play this one as well for you if you want because it's
I can stop now. You can just stop now. Just stop.
There you go.
Right, I like this. I really like this song. I have no issue with it. But I do want to call out Sharon for putting that UB40 t-shirt on. UB40 t-shirt on and then having to
I do not like Kingston Town. Nails on a chalkboard. I would not even put it on any of my playlists. It's just so overplayed.
I like it.
Yeah, everybody likes it.
I was going to say it's possibly like one of their
it's this concert
tunes.
It's concert staple. You go to a concert, you're in this.
Yeah.
And testimony, I said to Lady last night, I've actually got video proof of me when I've gone to a concert with my best friend, and this came on, and you can actually hear me say, "I'm leaving." I don't want to hear this. I'm leaving. Yeah, not a fan.
I'll just say Gareth's coming as well. Evening, Gareth. Michelle's saying the harmonica at 21 seconds is the Western sample on Just Be Good to Me. Michelle, thank you very much for that because I listened to it about 3 times through and I could not get that. So thank you for that. Nia likes this song. Susan detests it with a passion. And Macamula doesn't think it's one of the best.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, Susan was saying she would switch off on the radio. For me, there's a podcast to listen to. I think I listen to a couple of 90s podcasts, and one I think's called "It'll Be All Right in the 90s," and I think it's on there where they say usually a band's best track or most well-known track isn't one of a band's most well-known track usually isn't their best track.
Yeah, a bit like Red Wine. I can't. That's my nuts in as well. Yeah, that and this. Yeah, totally.
And then there's what was the other one? The Falling in Love.
Oh, I cannot fall in love. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I cannot fall in love. Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably say they're the 3 ones which stand out for me.
Yeah.
As the tracks. Michelle, don't tell people how you just say thank you. I'm musically talented. Don't say you're thanking Google.
Thanks.
So there you go. You should move to America then, Sharon, because Michelle's also saying.
No. Again, they've got such a massive catalogue of songs, and that is right down there with UB40 and Red Wine and no.
Like we were talking last night as to whether about people singing in their own accent, and me and Sharon didn't think, because obviously I quite like Ali Campbell's voice and like the sing, but Susan doesn't like it. She says it thinks it's very nasally and also has like a Jamaican sound to it that doesn't belong to him, kind of thing. But me and Sharon think it's not. It's his natural tone type of thing.
Right.
Whereas, like, whether I don't know what would be your thoughts on that, because like Tom Jones doesn't sing in his accent, but Karis Matthews does.
Yeah, or the Proclaimers do.
Or the McClavens do.
Yeah.
But
well,
then
Karis Matthews for me sounds like Fireman Sam. Well, it's not Fireman Sam. It's Naughty Norman's mum. That's who Karis Matthews reminds me of. And when you're saying about bands singing in the normal accents, there's one I think I recommend you to do your reviews on, Lainey. It's Frankie and the Heartstrings. It's a Sunderland band, and there's a song they've got. It is such a Mackem way of singing.
Yeah.
In the song, it goes like oh, 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 and that's it. But it sounds so like northern, you know what I mean? It has got that little twang in. But yeah, Ali Campbell, I think it's more Jamaican rather than Jamaican.
No.
But then, don't you get people who, when they sing, have a country tone? So is that like a put-on thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know, because there's...
I don't know. I mean, I've heard Ali Campbell singing live, and I've never once thought he's got any sort of Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
Not so.
Yeah, I think it's just because a lot of people think that he's going to be black, but then a lot of people thought the Righteous Brothers were black until
that's true.
They saw them, and then it turned out that they weren't.
Does he have a strong Brummie accent though?
Yes.
Yeah. So you've been to see him in concert. Does he like go from all right, how's it going? This skip, and then into like he's Jamaican? Sort of singing
I don't think he does that. Anyway, I just think his singing voice is his singing voice. I don't think he puts anything on it.
Right. Oh. Michelle's saying a lot of country artists fake the twang.
I suppose that happens.
It was me booming him accent. I'm from the south and I don't sing with a twang. Lol. So
is it because we copy songs? You know, if you copy the song, you sing it like.
You haven't made it your own. You mean?
Yeah,
you've made it your own.
Yeah, we copy the way the singer sings it essentially. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. Lovely dear, I don't go canny dear. It's a canny dear. Canny dear. And we sing lovely dear. You know what I mean? Like we don't change it. We sing it as we hear it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
did sound a little bit. Yeah, it did sound a little bit South African.
South African sounds more like this. Like you can't do that, and it sounds like I'm swimming when you say you can't. Diplomatic immunity. That's South African.
You've been watching too much Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. So this UB40 track, it got to number 1 in France and Holland, number 4 in the UK, 35th bestseller of the year. It was a cover though of a song by Lord Creator, but I would say it's more associated with UB40 because I can't even find if that even charted or not. But the copyright holders of the song actually sued Paris Hilton for this. And you can't hear it's the beat in the background, I think.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Kingston's sound without a doubt. Again, loosely based on.
Yeah, loosely based on, yes. Yeah. But the video for them, it's just Ali Campbell and the band in a very smoky studio. I think there's a fire intermixed with like
Windrush.
The Windrush generation coming over from Jamaica, you know. So
yeah.
But I don't know if
you know. That's him. Never speak to Susan again. That's it.
So yes, so we know where Susan lies. But this is what I want. Did you notice Ali Campbell's little thrusting at the beginning of the video?
Yeah.
What I thought I had to put it in one for the ladies here. He does actually remind me of Freddie Starr, though. There.
Yeah, he does.
I suppose he's a style, isn't he?
Yeah.
He still does that, actually.
Oh,
even though he's slightly wider.
The tickets are going to sell out now. You've told that, everyone. Moving on from that to Candy Flip, Strawberry Fields Forever.
Oh, God.
Now, I like this song.
Fields Forever.
So many things to say. I'm just hearing Susan's voice in my head right now as I'm thinking about last night.
What do you think Susan's opinion was, Neil?
Well, it was possibly the same, because as soon as I heard this, I was like, right, this, I don't mind. I think it's quite okay. Like, it's good, in my opinion. Not as good as the Beatles version, but this song always reminds me of it being out early 90s, and just any time it was on me, I'm going, I don't know why they've bothered to do a cover version of this, because it's nowhere near as good as the Beatles.
Yeah, your mum's not wrong. Just go listen to the Beatles version of it.
Every time it come on, it was just, this is terrible.
Do you know what I think it is? I genuinely think that the young lad that made this only ever heard Strawberry Fields once. At some point, he was drunk, went through his dad's record collection, heard that, and it's stuck in his head. And then he grew up and thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to make this really revolutionary song in the 90s where we're all like taking these mind-bending drugs. And then he made Strawberry Fields. It's like, I heard this somewhere.
Well,
I like it, right? But I like it because of the time that I heard it. I didn't know the Beatles version at the time, and so there's a link to to going back. But watching it now, it's nowhere near as good as the Beatles version one, and they were just of the time. They were trying to get on the sort of indie way of.
Yeah, like this. We got this really cool song we're going to mix.
Yeah, they were one of the first bands to have a big hit out of the Manchester scene. You know what I mean? Like around that time.
But they weren't as good as the others that came.
No,
you know what I mean.
Well, would have come on later on here. You know.
The sort of Aztec. What's it called? Like jumper cardigan.
Jumpers and stuff.
Yeah, the baggies. But I think everyone agrees with him. Michael Muller, this is absolute dog turd.
Yeah.
Oh no, another cover version travesty. Just as long as it doesn't eat the hamster, I think that's referred to Freddie Starr. If you do a cover, make it different, make it your own. Don't do a Candy Flip. Awful end of discussion from Nia. What an ego you have to record something like this. So yes. Like we say, it's a Beatles cover. The Beatles got to number 3. This got to number 3 in the charts. The Beatles are finally getting some Tinder hot.xxx best adult dating sites.
Right, guys, head over to Tinder. Get your hot date.
So the Beatles got to number 2 with this, but it was number 1 in Australia, Belgium, Holland, Norway, Sweden. This, I think, only charted in the UK, and it got to number 3. I think, is Nick in the chat underneath? Can you use Adam or have I got Adam?
No, you've got to do it. I don't know if he's underneath, but he said he can come on.
Hop on.
Yeah, if you're there, Nick, let us know when you're in the chat, and then we can get you to hop on. You've missed some cracking tunes already, though. I think he just wants to come on because he loves this song. But it actually got number 3 in the UK charts.
Yeah, and I remember it being popular. I think people were looking for something different. It was different. You know what I mean? And obviously the drug scene, the ease, the whole things was a big thing, wasn't it? And one of the things I wrote down on this was drugs, and more drugs.
Yeah.
That was like, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm saying I partook in that because I didn't, but it just
Well, that's and what it was, wasn't it? Totally the sort of rave scene and all
that. I had that connection to it because of
drugs, and more drugs.
More drugs, yeah.
Not for that. I had that connection to it because it was out in like my age group, and I didn't know the Beatles version, obviously.
Right, yeah.
Like that, you know what I mean?
I think with my sister being at college at the time and everything, it was sort of that scene where she wasn't in with drugs. Like, well, she was because she's a pharmacist now, but not as in the type of drug I use. So she, like I say, it's one of them songs, Erasure, this, a couple of the other ones which come up are the songs I heard through let's
Hello.
Hello. Welcome along.
Oh, better late than never. I like this. I bought this.
Oh, there you go. See?
I liked it as well, but since growing up, I still have a connection to it because of the time back in the day. Do you know what I mean? But when you now hear the Beatles version and you compare it, it is.
Yeah. But you're right. This was part of the kind of baggy, acid-induced scene.
Yeah.
The whole
mind-bending drugs,
Nick.
Drugs and more drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I think it was Candy Flip's only top 40 hit. I don't think they ever had a big another.
That's because nobody introduced him to the rest of the Beatles catalogue.
I think they may have had another single, but it wasn't big.
So. Yeah. The music video can be summed up in like 4 words, and it's candles, fireworks, and swimming goggles.
Yeah.
And that's what really stands out for me.
The swimming goggles.
Yeah, the swimming goggles at the end. It's just weird. But it did give us a look-alike. So who does the lead singer look like?
Wayne Rooney.
Eminem.
No. Not Eminem, no.
Eminem's a good shout.
Eminem's closer than Wayne Rooney. Actually, I've got... And not him from Years and Years, who I think...
Ollie.
Will Young?
That's the one, Will Young. It doesn't look really... Will Young looks like more like Robbie Williams on that Will Young photo.
What's he done to his hair?
Yeah. Wait, I just thought, Will Young, he's going to have had his hair blonde, so I typed in Will Young blonde, and that was it.
I would have gone more for Eminem, to be fair, but yeah. I don't even know where I got Will Young.
Yeah, Tony Mortimer. That does look like Tony Mortimer in his younger days.
Yeah. This guy has got more lookalikes than anyone else. And Susan is right. Will Young doesn't look like Will Young on that photo.
No, he looks like well old.
Yeah.
Well old.
Imagine if he has an album out. In another 10 years, Will Young puts out Well Old, the album.
That'd be good.
And then we're moving on to Tina Turner. I Don't Want to Lose You.
Oh, gotta love a bit of Tina.
I like this song.
It's a good song, but it feels out of place where, like, in this running order. Because you've got, like, Paula Abdul felt out of place as well because you've got, like, Erasure, like, Beats International. Rebel MC even fits in all this. And then you've got, like, Candy Flip. And then you've got, like, Tina Turner and Phil Collins, who's next, stuck in here. Oh, Tinder Hot Dates is back.
Tinder's back.
Get on the best adult dating website. It's not the best adult dating website.
Lies, they lie.
And then you've got them two there, and then you're moving on to more like what I would call like the student Manchester scene, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, so use like Nick, your thoughts, Tina?
I don't mind Tina Turner. I probably know it when I hear it, but this sort of stuff. At that time in my life, this would have passed me by completely.
Yeah, because
I was going to say, didn't Susan say last night this is the older version of Just Don't Be Good to Me?
Me, that's what I said.
It was you, was it?
Yeah.
All right.
I said, because the Don't Be Good to Me was kind of like, I'll take you in any which way you come. And, and this is the over 40s version of that.
Because you say the same thing.
I don't want to lose you, so I'll have you any way you're giving us.
Well, women of a certain age, that's what she says
exactly.
right at the very start.
I'm remembering the song now. I remember that line.
I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, it's not terrible, is it? It's Radio 2 kind of playlist stuff. It's
again, if it came on the radio, I wouldn't turn it off. I'd sing
along. I can tell you someone who will say it is the best song on here. It is Chris Tyler. Woo, here we go, real music.
Chris Tyler.
She was on the balcony.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the balcony, yes. I've got a full rundown of all the women in this song as well coming up, so don't worry about that.
I like this, but it's not the best Tina Turner stuff.
Oh no! Again, I think there's probably loads of better Tina Turner. But again, it's not offensive. I wouldn't turn it off.
Yeah. The thing what I know, like, it got to number 8 in the UK charts. It's the 91st best-selling song of the year, but it was only our 5th top 10 hit in the UK, which is mental when you think of all like the songs before this mustn't have charted that high. Again, I tried to check all the YouTube comments on here, but again, I don't know if she's got a massive Spanish following as well.
Yeah,
but 95% is Spanish, the comments, so I don't know if it's just something on YouTube. But like we said, the music video sees Tina Turner singing on the balcony, and there's various women throughout the music video. There's this woman who chats up the what do you call them again?
Xylophone.
No, xylophone's like a.
It's a
glockenspiel.
No, it's not
that's a glockenspiel.
It's a squeezy box. It's a squeezy piano. It's not a harpsichord. It says somebody in the chat. Tell me what that musical is. Accordion. That's it.
Accordion. Yeah.
Accordion. Yes, accordion.
Accordion. Yeah.
It's squeezy machine.
Accordion. Thank you, people in the chat. Accordion. Thank you. Yeah. So she basically chats up the bloke with the accordion. There's a girl who likes to sniff books.
Oh, I like to sniff a book, don't you?
Yeah, you've got to have a good sniffer, yeah.
If it's a new textbook when you're at school, no, because it's the smell of like fish paste.
What were they giving you at school? Jeez.
Can you not remember? There used to be we used to
get fish paste.
This clue at school, and we used to call it fish paste because it did used to have a really strong fishy smell.
No.
No. Oh, I think it's frozen.
Oh, we've lost him.
Yeah.
Just fish paste.
Sniff too much of the fish paste. That's what it is.
Well, we'll just chat amongst ourselves.
Are you back? You're back.
Oh, sorry. Did I go off there?
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, sorry. What I was saying
and then just froze.
Yeah. So did you not hear about? We've got envelopes at work which just smell of sick as well.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, they are absolutely rancid. I always try and make myself scarce as, I've got a meal shot. Do you fancy coming to help us? I've just got to the stink. As well, after the smelly book woman, we've got the woman who's introducing, I think it's a boyfriend to like the fit mum. Like you're running the risk there of introducing her. No worries. And then there's the guy who cannot open the bottle of wine. With, I think there's some subtext here of premature ejaculation as well. So there's that one.
That dress is way too big for it. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just copped a look down the top by the smirk on his face as well. There's the dancer with the broken leg. And there's also the woman who was that peed off with her husband. She's pouring a pan of boiling water over his head whilst he's in the bath.
The one thing.
Sorry, I was going to say, wasn't there the guy with the droopy bunch of flowers as well that I pointed out?
Yeah, well, that's the one who's getting introduced to the really fit mum. It's like you're running the risk. He's either going, yes, I've scored here because that's what she's going to look like when she's old.
And she's going, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is, though, as well? Because it said women of a certain age, and then it proceeded to show you loads of young women, and that annoys me. It's like none of these women are over 30. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Good night, Rebecca.
It should be showing like women actually of a certain age.
What is that in the background, by the way?
Who's that, Michelle? Jimon Hotsu?
Don't know.
Have I missed something? I don't know. Have you just been on the best Tinder site there? And is that your new hot date? Is that what it is? But as well, there's a girl. I don't know if you've seen her. I've gone the wrong way. The girl with a broken ankle. Is that the girl who is the guy in the tub? All right.
All right.
Right. So he must be famous because I thought the girl who's the dancer with the broken leg or broken ankle or whatever, she used to be on the Cosby Show and she's got a kid with Lenny Kravitz and was married to Jason Momoa. I don't know if she still is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's her in the video as well. So I'm unsure of that. So I don't know. But that's what I come up with. But quickly moving along, we'll go on to Phil.
Again. Oh, Phil.
I like Phil.
Yeah, he is just a Phil the filler.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa Bonetti. Yes. Oh, you don't think it's her? Yeah. All right. I thought it might have been her, but no. But thanks for the information. Obviously, it would be all from your grey matter, Michelle, and not from Google.
So
Google knows nothing.
The Deschmonhausen, however you say it, is the guy in the tub.
Yes.
Ah.
Okay.
Who gets scolded at the end.
Yeah.
See, this is up there. I don't know. It's like you say, it's a bit of a filler song.
Yeah. It's one of those ones, if it comes on the radio, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm going to sing along to it. But I probably can go looking for it to listen to.
I really like this one, actually.
Yeah, I don't dislike it.
Sorry about that. What's the track?
Phil Collins. I Wish It Would Rain.
Oh, I think that's quite a good one of his.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's got a lot of emotion in it. I like the lyric.
Yeah, I like it as well.
Oh, see, for me, it's a bit there. It's.
No.
I don't know.
That's the beauty of music for you.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, Eric Clapton plays lead guitar on here, and Phil Collins had wrote the song and was like, went to him, says, "Oh, I've never asked you to play on anything, but I think this song is for you." And so Phil Collins played. Eric Clapton plays lead guitar on here. Got number 7 in the UK, number 3 in the US, number 1 in Canada. Number 1 in Canada, where it was the best-selling song for 1990.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a fact.
It was. Michelle says it's fine, but the video is brutally long. Yeah, the video, it's 8.5 minutes long, and there's no music for the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was weird, the video.
It's like Phil Collins is saying, "Oh, I've had a bit of a taste with Buster. I'm going to start making my own little mini movies."
Yeah, that's what it was. It was almost like it was a video that belonged to a film.
Yeah.
Don't remember the video.
Well, there's a bit where it starts off and it's like jovial. The video doesn't.
Oh, I've never seen this.
Yeah.
Because the bald guy on Positive Off Curb Your Enthusiasm, the guy with the flat cap, he's off Ernest Goes to Camp, all the Ernest movies from the 90s.
He is the Ernest guy. I knew I recognised him. What was he called again?
Ernest. I don't know.
Ernest. Yeah.
No, like his real name. No, because I'm sure Susan looked up the bald guy because he was recognisable, and she said he'd been in a lot of things, loads of things.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah, that's the bald guy, and I was just obsessed with his massive kipper tie that he had.
He hasn't got a cup of tea.
Kipper tie?
Kipper tie.
That's a Birmingham accent for you straight away there.
I love a kipper toy.
Kipper toy. Yeah. And it was a bit weird, the whole sort of beginning bit. It was kind of like it was going really badly wrong, and then all of a sudden he sings and it makes it all better. Is that how it's
well, I just think it seems a bit jovial, and then he sings like the song, and I don't know, because it's sort of based in the 1930s, and he's a casting director, and then Phil Collins ends up like the video cuts between him singing on stage, and then it pans out to the future where he's like famous on stage actor, and then he makes like his big screen debut, and
bit of an ego test then.
Ego stroke, yeah.
Totally. It's just, for me, it's a bit.
I suppose we don't know. It could have been just some musical director's idea or whatever, and people have just gone, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah. But yes.
But as for the song, I really do like the song. I think it's a good tune.
Yeah, I rate that from him. I don't like all of Phil's stuff, but he has his moments where I think his songwriting is fantastic, and he's very Marmite. I'm aware of that.
Yeah. But we'll move along to Twisting Some Melons now. It's an absolute anthem.
Oh, tune! Here we go.
This is the best thing on this site, I think. And out of what we've listened to, this is it, innit, really?
I think this was their defining moment as a band.
Yeah.
It was their pinnacle. And it was obviously very sampled and heavy with nicking off other tracks, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was genius moment.
Again, I think, to quote Susan, didn't she say, this is everything the Candy Flip wanted to be?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. And to be fair, she was right.
Yeah, totally.
Now we're talking absolutely fabulous. Nice of Bez to take on the drug problem single-handedly by taking this is better. It is like the Manchester kicked off. It was like Candy Flip this. There you go, there's Bez. Oh, he's joined us. Welcome, Bez. But it is an anthem. And it was partly inspired by Keith Chegwin as well, if you listen.
Oh, shit.
Hey! Keith Chegwin. It's just, every time I hear that, I just hear Keith Chegwin go,
the female vocalist as well, whose name slips my mind, is fantastic.
Rowena?
Really makes the track.
Is it Rowena?
Oh, yes.
She was on X Factor or something, I think.
Did she have a career on her own? That sounds familiar.
I don't remember. She may have done.
Rowetta. That's her name, Rowetta. Thanks, Malcolm. She come second or third or something on Pop Idol X Factor or something like that. I've just ruined the song for Susan. Thank you very much.
Keith Chegwin.
But yeah, it is still now. It's if I hear that song, it's like a summery anthem, and I don't know if it's the video as well. It's like the sun setting, like late in the day.
Yeah.
Like summery song. It is like massive anthem. Number 5 in the UK, 50th best-selling track of the year, and it's also the Happy Mondays best-selling song. But I didn't know it was a cover.
Oh, is it actually a cover? I thought it was just samples, but yeah.
Okay. No, it was a cover. It was originally sung by John Congos in 1971. But John Congos' song is it's said by the Guinness Book of Records that it's the first song to use samples in because they've done tape loops, looping tape tracks of like an Indian, like an African tribal beat. And so,
so all the whole "Who's Gonna Step on You Again" is all taken from that original, was it?
Yeah, well, the Step On, I think the original is called "Who's Gonna Step on You."
Right.
And this is just shortened down to Step On. But if it's anything like that Paris Hilton track or that Spanish track, it is inspired by, you missed it earlier on. There was 2 tracks, isn't it?
Loosely based on,
where it was just basically copy and paste the song. Susan said it is still fresh today as what it was in the 90s. Yeah, it handles the test of time. The Mondays version was originally recorded for like a compilation album or something, and then they decided, we should release it. But the music video as well, it's quite iconic because it's basically just filmed on top of this hotel in Spain. It's Stegas in Spain.
No reference to the letter he's hanging on either.
Never noticed that.
I have never noticed that either.
Someone said that in the comments, didn't there? That there was a reference to the. Did anyone notice the reference to the fact he was hanging off the letter E? Yeah, and makes sense, I suppose, when you're thinking about it.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't do the Happy Mondays without watching Bez.
It's that hair. Look at his hair, though. So
they were infamous Hellraisers at this point. Just crazy off their heads. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, because didn't they get a load of money for their second album and go off to somewhere like Jamaica and then blow it all on drugs?
Quite probably.
It sounds feasible, Neil.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was somewhere like Jamaica or Bahamas. It was somewhere in like the Caribbean. I'm positive they went over there to record the album. They blew it all on, and then they started selling like furniture out the hotel because they blew all. I'm sure that's the story. Allegedly, I'll put in there just in case it isn't, but I am sure that's the story. But yeah, you can just see how good of a time people are having with this video.
I had that top that Sean Ryder's got on, the granddad top without the collar, but the buttons down and the long sleeves in the same colour, like a cream.
But granddad tops sort of come back. This was the era when they were coming back in, wasn't it? And
yeah, I think so.
Wait, and you look at this now. You look at the fashion on here, and this is the stuff what kids are starting to wear again. Champions coming back in. And like the more baggier tops and
90s fashion's totally
and the baggy jeans are coming back, aren't there, as well? Like that sort of thing, rather than them really skin tight things that people wear.
I never went out of fashion, you see, is what you were saying.
Yeah, Mark, I'm seeing the band are just letting Bez get on with it.
Oh, is this track next?
Yeah, this track is next.
What an album! Amazing.
Yeah, Primal Scream Loaders, another early 90s anthem.
We're going to get loaded and we're going to have a good time.
Wait.
That's what you want to do. We want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded.
And that's the sample. It's off a movie called Wild Angels.
Yep.
But yeah, this is absolutely it's being used loads in like different. I can't like name one thing where it's been used on, but you've heard it loads of times being like used as backing tracks or whatever. But
yeah, not a fan of this one. I got to be honest, not a fan. No.
Oh, how can you not be? It's so uplifting. It's so anthemic. It's just.
It is. It's another summery song.
Amazing.
I never. Well, I've heard of Primal Scream, right? And I would never be able to match a song to them. And also, when I always thought Primal Scream were like an indie rock band, and then obviously to hear the song, I had heard it before. I never would have put the two and two together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. They are an indie rock band, but they kind of switch up the genres and do a bit of all sorts. They've gone into dance and they've dabbled in country of all things, and they just morph themselves into whatever.
Yeah,
amazing band.
Well, this song it was heavily produced by Andrew Wetherill, who was a massive house DJ, like in the Acid House era, and they met him at an Acid House night and got talking to him, and that's how this whole remix come around. But it's like Andrew Wetherill, who's the person who put all these different, like the sample from the Wild Angels and everything in. He thought, I'll do this, I'll do that. But I think the first time he done it, like give them a sample of what it was going to be like, they really didn't like it. And then eventually they come round to it, probably just took it back and just moved it around a bit. But it only got to number 16 in the UK charts, but it probably was a bit ahead of its time, I would say. It was something new, and it was one of the early setters of, like, I don't know, this Manchester.
Yeah, well, that album has gone on through time to be hailed as this amazing masterpiece. But it was, I don't know if it was overlooked at the time, but it wasn't hailed so much as it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Slow burner then.
But this song, it got number 60. It wasn't a massive hit, but it's always held up in like the best of the 90s charts, greatest indie tracks, the best dance tracks of the night. It's always places in them things, like you say. So it possibly is a slow, but it's a cult classic, could you say? You know, so
for sure.
But like you say, not everyone likes it. Makamura doesn't like it.
Not
Sorry,
my cup of tea. No.
I don't think it would be something that I would go and search to listen to again. If I heard it, I would be like, oh, that song again. But I don't think it's something that I would search to listen to.
Yeah, but like Susan says, it takes her back to a certain time and place. You know what I mean? She was at university at the time. It's like my sister. Like most of these tracks, I'm in my bedroom, I can hear it through the walls playing on me Nintendo or whatever. But for my sister, it would have been like not so much this, but going out to like the nightclubs in Sunderland or whatever, you know. So, and you're probably the same, aren't you, Nick? I think you're roughly the same age as my sister. So,
yeah, similar. Yeah, I was.
Your sister's 75, is she?
She invited you. Yeah, well, this was 1990 was the year I finished my GCSE, so I was 16 coming on 17 that year.
Yeah.
So it was all about pubs for me at that point. And gigs, going to gigs in London. Yeah.
But the music video, it's very psychedelic. What it reminds me of is either, can you remember when you used to play, I think it was Windows 95, and you used to play like music on there, and you used to just get patterns, colourful patterns going on the screen.
Yeah, swirly things, yeah.
It's really, it sort of reminds me of that, you know what I mean? But this would have been like up to date, state of the art graphics.
Is that not just because it's like trippy?
I was going to say it looks like someone's acid trip, doesn't it?
Yeah. Michelle saying, of course, I've never heard this song. I only know Moving On Up. Yeah, because like Lainey was saying, like an indie band, Moving On Up is a proper indie track, but this one was more, like you say, a dance song. God, I Feel Old. I was 33 in 1990. Don't worry, you're still just a young pup. And let's move on. I think Nick's disappeared because I think he hates the next song. I think that's what it was. I don't think have you heard of this band, Nick?
I have, funnily enough. Should I give you some facts?
Is that really shit band?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like Nick said, Shelley gives. We should just all log off now, and Nick can talk for the next 20 minutes about it.
Well, the interesting thing is, for me personally, this was the first time I became really aware of Depeche Mode. This was my introduction to them, and it was the second single off Violator, following Personal Jesus, which was a total departure for them. If you know Personal Jesus, that was totally a rock song, really.
Yeah.
And then this followed it up, and it's much more dance oriented. It was huge for them. I think it was number 4 or 5 in the UK, and they're not really a single.
I think I did say to you, didn't I? I know the song, but like Lainey, I wouldn't have. If you said to me who sang the song, I wouldn't have said Depeche Mode sang the song.
It's one of those songs that's been used so much, and everyone knows it, but a lot of people don't know the band or who wrote it. But it was absolutely huge and a massive hit, and it propelled Violator, the album this came off, to be a massive international success. Sold over, I think it sold 4 million copies at the time, and it's gone on to sell loads more. It's huge.
Yeah. And again, I always thought this song was a lot earlier than this year. I thought it was a lot earlier.
There's mine.
Nick's geeking out.
Wait for it. I've got the limited edition as well.
Oh, seriously.
Wait for it. I've got the extra limited edition. It's worth a small fortune.
Holy shit. Come on, Nick.
It just comes in different colours.
I know it.
Yeah.
Nick was there painting the same one earlier, just making them different colours.
Yeah.
I really like this song. And I guess part of it, like the video is weird. There's sort of, we'll all look angry at the camera stance thing, and then the next thing it's walking
Dave
up
Gaughan's
a hill.
walking holiday.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, as a king with your on deck chair.
It's basically, I just said the music video is Dave Gaughan going on a walking holiday. I love to go wandering along the mountain
He's not
track.
getting his deposit back on that bloody deck chair.
Dave had a rough time because the rest of the band, the other 3 members, had to spend like 2 hours in a studio for those weird moody shots at the start. And then Anton Corbin, who's their visual director and photographer, came up with this concept. And he said, I only need you, Dave. Oh, okay. What have I got to do? Dress up as a king and wander around the whole of Europe. They went to like 5 different countries, made him walk through snow-capped mountains and all sorts. And the rest of the band were on holiday somewhere, I think.
Why didn't they just green screen him then?
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 dates green screen. Yeah, I really rate this video. It's a very concept-heavy video. And you can tell it's done by a photographer because it's all about the visuals, right? It's about somebody looking for their purpose. He's a king. He owns everything. He has everything, but he's still searching for what he wants. And that's what the song's about. You've got everything in your arms, and that's all you need. It's supposed to be. It's a love song, essentially. And he's out there looking for what he wants.
This is my favourite Depeche Mode track. This was the song I heard, and I was like, "Whoa, who's this?" Went out and checked, and I was like, "Oh God, it's Depeche." And like what you're saying, it doesn't sound like overly Depeche Mode, but I would say this is my favourite Depeche Mode track.
Yeah, it's a lot of people's favourite, and it's a lot of people's introduction to the band. It was my introduction to the band, and it's a song that was a complete pivotal moment for them, and it made them an internationally top-ranking stadium act. It was huge for them.
Yeah. But yeah, like you were saying, it got to number 6 in the UK, but was re-released in 2004. I think it was remixed.
I could find you that one somewhere if you want to have a look at it.
Don't encourage him, please, Neil.
That got to number 7. It got to number 1 in Denmark and Spain. Have you got the Danish and the Spanish releases there, Nick?
I only collect UK stuff. I'm so sorry.
And it was the 10th bestseller in Germany in 1990. And it won Best British Single in 1991 at the Brit Awards.
Oh, cool.
I can't believe you didn't know that, Nick.
I don't claim to know everything.
Like I said, I really like
such a rubbish fan, Nick?
I think since doing the reaction channel, obviously I've learned more because there's a lot of the stuff that I didn't know. Hence, Walking in My Shoes, which I now prefer, like I would say is better than that song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that's only since I've started doing the reaction channel that
so. But yes, there were the 11 songs for this evening.
Yeah.
Was that the last track?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
What
you've
did
missed.
you miss?
When did you come on? You come on in Strawberry Fields.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just wait until we got past Kingston town?
No, we had our friend and we had dinner.
Oh, you didn't get sacrificed then.
So you missed Erasure's Blue Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rebel MC's Better World. Paula Abdul's Opposites Attract.
Yeah.
Don't Be Good to Me, Beats International, and Kingston Town UB40. That's what
it's a good album. It's a weird mix, but it's got some real strong contenders. For me, Don't Be Good to Me is a classic. Of course, the DM and Erasure tracks, two of their best. It's really hard for me to pick, but it's a great album.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it. Everyone, pick your best track in the side track. Say best, and then name your track. Say worst for your worst track. Whilst I'll go around our guests. I'll start with Lainey. Which one
best,
do you?
Happy Monday, Step On. There is some really good stuff on here, like I said, but that one just edges it for me. So yeah, and I think the worst has to be Rebel MC's Better World.
Yeah. Sharon?
Oh, I'm so torn. I'm still torn. I haven't made my mind up from last night. I think for me, best is probably going to have to be Good to Me. Closely followed by Step On, definitely.
Worst? Kingston
Town, without a doubt.
I don't know how you dare wear that T-shirt. I think you should.
Wear it with pride. Wear it with pride.
So Nick, are you going to go worst Depeche Mode because you're a Depeche Mode fan then?
I would surprisingly have to choose the DM track on there as the best. It was life-changing for me, and it stands up till today. But if that wasn't on there, it'd be really close between the Erasure, Don't Be Good to Me, and Step On. All three.
The Erasure's I love that Erasure song. It's my favourite Erasure song.
Yeah, I mean, the Don't Be Good to Me, they were kind of one-hit wonder, but the other two, it's two of their strongest tracks. So where would you go with that? I don't know. But for me, Depeche Mode, amazing track. That wins it. Oh, and worst Rebel MC, because I was briefly in your little homework session the other night, and we watched it.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was very.
What? Not even the Dancing Maggie saved it for you?
No. Help.
So looking in the side chat here, let's go down.
Have you chose, Neil?
Oh, sorry, yes. Dubs Be Good to Me is my favourite track. It's just one of them songs, and like I say, it's an easy song to dance to.
Yeah, just need the toilet.
Just need the toilet and slow it down.
Yeah.
And do we all know all the words to the Tank Fly, Boss Walk, Jam, Nitty Gritty, listen to the boy from the Big Bad City.
We also know all the words to when Neil goes to the toilet as well.
Worst. I'm possibly going to say Phil Collins.
Ooh. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just like some of them. No.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Just not for me.
No,
not for me.
Yeah, not taking Phil.
That's how it is.
Susan saying, Pretend Shine. That video was arty back in the day. My favourite DM song is See You.
Oh, that's early. That's pop days, that is.
Is that when Vince Clarke was still there then?
No, he had just left when that came out. He didn't write it.
Save the best for last. So Michelle must be going with that. Right, so best Erasure, worst Candy Flip.
Oh.
Wow. Well, Candy Flip got a lot of haters because of they all quite like me mum, because I was saying, Nick, my mum, that reminds us, that song just reminds us of my mum going, I don't know why they've done a cover of this song. They're nowhere near as good as the Beatles. Anytime it was played on the radio or whatever, it was just...
Yeah. Tell your mum she's awesome and we all like her because she's dead on.
Step On, best track for Susan. And worst is Kingston Town.
Yeah, I think Kingston Town's taking the worst single. Yes.
Best Step On Again takes the lead from Nia. And Enjoy the Silence and worst is Strawberry Fields. Strawberry Fields has taken the worst track.
Oh no!
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
I suppose if you have no connection to it,
or
you were older and knew the original, then it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just take that from you, I suppose.
If you're a Beatles fan, that's the thing. You'd probably pick, and a lot of people probably know the Beatles original, if you know what I mean. Mac Moore says nearly pick Happy Mondays, but I like Erasure. Yeah. As we were saying. So Nick, what's your thoughts on Erasure's video?
It's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know who came up with the concept, but we watched a bit of that the other night, didn't we?
Yeah,
and it's so funny to watch it back. I forgot how funny it was. They actually paint each other's faces with blue. And sticking the
I still want to know
on.
who that hand is. I still want to know.
Yeah, it's so random, but it works so well. It keeps you totally engaged the whole video. You can't not watch it. So as a video concept, it works, but it's really weird.
Yeah, because it couldn't really have been done in one shot. There must be a stitching somewhere there, because I'm presuming the person was on like a cherry picker or something with like a camera on the wrist and get lowered down. Or are they on a crane or just on a wire and they get like into, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at the beginning they must be, because they're outside high up.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Strange how they've done it. But as well, when you're seeing when they paint each other, do you reckon it was a bit like Phoenix Nights, you know, where he ends up with the tiger face and for the whole season? Do you reckon they were going around for days later and there were like still bits of blue there and bits of...
Yeah, sorry, Vince, that was permanent paint. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, go around slight blue tinge for 3 months.
And the other thing that I hadn't watched that video for ages, but it amazed me how Vince still keeps his stage persona, which is pan face, no emotions, whilst being painted with obviously cold, wet paint. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's not even like a flicker, was there, from him?
No, there's
doesn't
nothing.
move.
Doesn't move.
Yeah.
I think
they do not
be good. This album.
Yeah, this week is possibly. I think it's been the best selection of songs we've come across yet
for a while. Yeah.
So next week it's downhill probably, because
next week he's not going to be here. It's all downhill.
I'll not be on for another year. No, next week there is a track which I love, and it's up there with one of my favorite tracks of all time. So to come back and stay tuned for that. But this week, best song, most popular song, shall we say, Step On by Happy Mondays, the most revered song, Strawberry Fields Forever, Candy Flip. So yes.
Interesting. Can't argue with Step On though for that.
Yeah. It's an anthem, you know what I mean? It is one of them songs. It's brilliant. But yes. But thank you everyone. Someone's happy that they won.
Oh, my son, FIFA. Be on FIFA. Oh, just while you're here, you're back before Monday.
Oh yes.
Sorry,
yes. I am back before Monday. I will be scheduling the live stream tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm back on Sunday night after Nick's live stream. Nick and Andrea's live stream, with the animal quiz.
Yep, looking forward to that. It's going to be good.
Yes. So it's all for. Yeah, it's on my channel. It's after. It's all for Lainey's charity event, which is happening this weekend. Do you know the schedule?
I do. So the Friday, it's going to start on Nick and Andrea's channel at 7 p.m. And we're going to do a Guess the Year, which is a Guess the Year. The song
Coming for you, Hills.
Yeah. And the Hills against the Mice down here. They'll be.
Have we got both of the Mice?
We've got both of the Mice. Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
That'll be cool. Then there'll be Drinking with Andrew after that for the charity edition.
Yeah, let's see how much silly shit we can make Andrew
the
do.
auction first, though.
On the Sunday, yeah. But this is the Friday.
Oh, God, so, yeah, ignore me.
And then, then the Saturday, there'll be the end of the competition for the dogs and cats. So the winners will be decided at 12 o'clock on the Saturday. Then Sharon is doing at 2 p.m. She's doing a Sharon's Saturday show. And that'll be at 2 p.m. So that'll be on my channel. And then at 6 p.m., unless anything comes in between, at 6 p.m., the Movie Chats guys are doing something on theirs. Then Night's Life will be doing his Halloween party. Then I'll be back at 9 o'clock doing my end of the month show / party thing.
Yay!
And then on the Sunday, there'll be the raffle draw at 2 p.m. So if you want raffle tickets, Susan's put the details in the side chat there. So the raffle draw will be live. You can pick your prize if you're there. If you're not, then the wheel will spin. Just make sure you put your full name in and don't do it anonymous because we don't know who you are. And then that's on the afternoon. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to Nick's channel where we've got an auction happening. And then after Nick's channel, we'll be on here doing your animal quiz. And I think I'm not sure if he's asked, but he mentioned asking a lot of us to come on and do the quiz itself.
Yes. I might get a few of you on, do the quiz to hold up the boards and whatnot.
Okay. I don't know if you and Andrea up for that after the live on the Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe wine might be involved.
Yeah, definitely wine. Be the end of the thing, so we definitely need. Well, yes. I'm not wine, but I'm.
Well, that sounds amazing, and yeah, well done for getting all that organised. I know it's been all down to you this year.
It's been a bit
otherwise engaged.
Yeah,
but it's doing well, and hopefully we'll get some. We'll make a bit more money and. Especially with the cost of living issues, and we'll have a laugh, and that's the main thing. We need it.
To be honest, even if we just entertain people and we make a little bit more, that's fine. It's you've made an incredible amount already, so
yeah, exactly. I mean, the raffle's already over £600.
That's really
good. The dog charity one, that's off nigh on £200. So.
We'll try and push it past the grand. We'll make that the target, shall we? Lose time.
Yeah.
And if we don't, who cares? We'll have fun.
That's what I'll put of that anyway. So yeah. And like you said, we've raised something towards it, and then this time with the way the
and again, the charity will be more. I'm super grateful. I'm sure.
Have you seen Susan's comment?
The raffle is over 700 now.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, that's cool.
So yes.
Yeah, and then you'll be back again on Monday, will you?
I'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, so homework Sunday night for us, Lainey.
We can't do homework.
We're going to finish. Oh yeah, we can't fit that in.
We'll have to do it during the week.
So is the next one the other part of this album? Is this only one side?
This is only the first third. So this is the first 11 tracks, and then I think there's 32 or 33 tracks to this album.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they made them bigger, didn't they?
They start getting bigger. I think by the time they get up to... what have we got here? 50...
crap. How many CDs can you cram into one?
Now 51, which will be 2060, I think. It's got 43 tracks on.
Bloody
hell. Will get even bigger.
Including just to get your juices flowing and thinking of, yes, I can't wait for this. Rick Waller, I Will Always Love You.
Who?
Rick Waller.
He was a X Factor
X Factor guy, and he released I Will Always Love You.
Gee.
But yes. but don't worry. It's also got Victoria Beckham on just to balance it out.
Oh, that makes it all better.
Wow.
Does it?
So that makes it what, 98 or something? That was
2002.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of
the
when
Spice
she
Girls,
did the one with Dame Bowers. What was that?
I don't know. It was probably garbage.
Out.
Is that where the robot nicked her voice a bit?
Yes, she got shared. She got the share treatment, didn't she?
She got the share treatment, did she?
But yeah, I can see why you divide them up. This was 11 songs. You've been on an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Whole evening.
To be fair, 45 minutes was just his intro, but we won't go into that.
You have to go back and watch the party political broadcast from the intro.
Oh my god!
Oh gosh!
I think it was Susan, that song, the out of your mind.
That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, 98.
Because I'm positive that was around the same time as Kylie when she done Out of My Head, was it?
Listen, don't put Kylie and Victoria Beckham even in the same sentence. That's just disrespectful.
Because they both come out together and they had the same sort of outfit on. I'm positive in the videos.
Well, what I remember about that Out of Your Mind, Victoria Beckham's first big thing, they had so much promotion. It was a guaranteed number one. And then, what's it? Anna, this ain't love. How does it feel? That beat it to number one. Was it? Who does that? Ellis Bextor.
Groove Chat.
Sophie Ellis Bextor.
Is it?
Yeah, Groove Chat and Sophie Ellis Bextor.
It beat her to number one, and she was royally pissed off.
Aww, this is a damn shame.
Yeah,
but
that's the Groove Chat season. Yeah.
Was it not because she just expected to have fame to continue after Spice Girls that she would just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she thought it was a shoe-in for number one, and it wasn't.
Because Melanie C was probably had the best, tracks after Spice Girls, didn't she?
Well, Northern Star, her first album, is really good.
Yeah,
great album. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all sort of done a bit because Emma Bunton sort of done. Oh, who was the band she done something with?
Tintin Out.
Tintin Out, yes.
Yeah.
She done some tracks with them. Jerry Halliwell started just doing covers of loads of things.
Yeah, and her started off quite bitchy on what, wasn't it? It was like
Look at Me. She did Look at Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Then she did that foreign one when she was in a boat. What was that? In a bikini in a boat. Something like that.
Yeah, and then
Mel B did a few singles, and they weren't great. She did one with Missy Elliott that was okay.
Yeah. That's all I remember. Actually, we were watching something. It was a music channel we had on late one night. We'd been watching something, turned off, and the music channel was on, and that song was on. And she had a cowboy hat. And Kate turned around and goes, "Oh God, can you remember cowboy hats? Look at that! Look, that looks terrible." Now, when you used to go out in cowboy hats at times around that era. Anyway, she went to Blackpool about a fortnight after that, and they were in. It's some it's not Nanny McPhee's. It's some sort of Irish theme pub, and they were selling cowboy hats. So she bought one.
Oh,
just because I was that drunk, taking photos and sending it back and said, "Look what I've got," and I was like, "Oh God, you're drunk."
I bet it was glittery as well, wasn't it?
No, this one wasn't. No? This one wasn't. The ones we've got from around the 2000s when she's on a night out are very glittery and just.
Yeah.
I remember. Was that the same time as Leanne Rimes was pretty big? Because I remember everyone having
Can't Fight the Moonlight. Yeah.
Yeah, cowboy hat, sort of the tops with the string that was here.
Yeah.
And then the tubular kind of big.
And then Madonna released music, and she did the whole cowboy hat thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it was
Shania Twain was quite big around that time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Come On Over album was one of the biggest albums.
And they all had a comeback last year on Nick and Andrea's Talent. What a night that was.
Well, I like to play my part in helping these struggling pop stars, you know.
Yeah.
Tim, you were out that night and you didn't see it.
It's pity, yeah.
You were doing security outside, weren't you?
Yeah, you had to keep security, yeah.
Oh, dear me.
It was good.
But yes, thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you for the invite.
No worries. We'll have you all back soon. But yes, thanks for all for coming. Like Lainey says, Friday. We'll see you all Friday on Nick and Andrea's. I think it starts on, doesn't it?
Sounds
yes,
right.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, did you say?
7.
Oh, 7 o'clock, not 11. 7 o'clock, Nick and Andrea's Friday.
PM, that
See
is.
you there. PM, yes. Don't
PM,
go 7 a.m. You'll have
nobody will be there.
Nick will just be going to bed.
Yep.
Exactly.
But yes, thank you everyone for coming. So thank you, Susan, Makamula, Michelle. I'm scrolling the wrong thing. Makamula, I think I've already said you. Nia. And anyone who I might have missed. Have I missed anyone? I do not know. But thank you everyone for coming. Also, tinderhotdates.xyz and
Yes, go get your
Tinder
Tinder dates.
along for coming along. Thank you.
Podcast was sponsored by Tinder Hot Dates.
Tinder Hot Dates.
And we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Bye.